Good afternoon. My name is Daniel Dascher. I'm the Director of Maintenance and Reliability Integration at Suncor Energy in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So unlike Scott, who has a whole team of people in the back supporting him, I have no one else from Suncor here with me. So if you do have any challenging questions, I ask you to direct them to Scott.
We'll help you out.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. First, a little about myself to set the stage. I did grow up in Texas, actually. Attended Texas A&M University, which, yes, it does make me an Aggie. So no Aggie jokes while I'm up here, and we can talk about it after a couple beers later tonight. After I did graduate, though, I moved to the U.S. Virgin Islands and worked for a tiny 500,000 barrel a day refinery for the first 16 years of my career. Unfortunately, in 2012, the refinery ended up shutting down because it went bankrupt. So there were a lot of reasons the refinery went bankrupt, but one of them was because they could never fully understand the concept of asset performance management. So I can say with confidence that none of us here ever want to be in that situation. I know I don't want to be in it again. Anyways, after the refinery shut down and I suddenly realized that, you know what, I can't sustain a Caribbean lifestyle with no income, I decided I need to move. So I took my family and we moved to Canada. Where else, right? Straight from the Caribbean. So I took them from, I kind of say, a Caribbean paradise to the Canadian Rocky paradise. I always like to think I was smart to do that, but we do love Calgary. We do love the Canadian Rockies. But a couple weeks ago, the weather for a solid week, the high temperature was -20 and the low was -36. So sometimes I do wonder why we moved up there. Anyways, I'm not here to talk to you about that. Today I'm going to tell you about Suncor's asset performance management journey that we're on, and I'm also going to touch a little bit on how it supports Suncor's larger transformational journey. But first, a little about Suncor Energy for those of you that may not know who we are. Let's see, I think I got this right. Or maybe I don't have it right. Is it the arrow? I'm sorry, what? I should have asked you which button. Oh, there you go. The one with nothing on it. Fantastic. Suncor is Canada's leading integrated energy company. In 1967, Suncor pioneered development of the Canadian oil sands, which is one of the largest petroleum resource basins in the world. Located near Fort McMurray in northern Alberta, Suncor extracts and upgrades oil sands into high-quality, refinery-ready crude oil products and diesel fuel. Across Canada and in Colorado, we have refineries. They're located in Edmonton, Alberta, Sarnia, Ontario, Montreal, Quebec, and Commerce City, Colorado. On the east coast of Canada and internationally, Suncor explores for and produces conventional oil and natural gas in our offshore facilities. Suncor is also investing in clean, renewable energy sources. We have 4 wind power projects with a combined capacity of over 100 megawatts, and we're also currently investigating solar energy opportunities. Suncor's ethanol facility in St. Clair, Ontario, is Canada's largest biofuels plant and has a current production capacity of 400 million liters per year. This is an overall view of Suncor's integrated model. Like I told you, we have offshore E&P facilities, we have oil sands bitumen production facilities, upgraders, refineries, terminals, and retail sites. For those of you not familiar with oil sand, it's a mixture of bitumen, water, and sand. And because bitumen is more like asphalt, it doesn't flow like conventional oil. Therefore, it must either be mined with large shovels and trucks or heated underground by steam injection before we can process it. Suncor's upgrading facilities process the bitumen into higher value synthetic crude oil called syncrude and diesel fuel. The syncrude is then shipped by pipelines to refineries across North America, where it's further refined into jet fuel, gasoline, and other refinery products. Our integrated model has proven successful for us so far, but we're always looking for ways to continue to improve. Today, digital technologies are opening up vast new opportunities across all sectors, including the energy industry. And so at Suncor, we're exploring how we can leverage these advances in technology and innovation to drive our business forward as we look to the future of our company. Innovation isn't new to Suncor. Early innovations in technology are what helped us pioneer the oil sands by improving reliability and performance, expanding productivity, and driving down costs while reducing our environmental footprint over the course of our history. So when we look ahead to our next phase of Suncor, which we call Suncor 4.0, it's about future-proofing the company, positioning us to be globally competitive now and for decades to come. Suncor has publicly committed to an additional $2 billion in cash flow by 2023. We're doing this by reducing our costs, improving our margins, looking for efficiencies, and maximizing synergies across our assets. We're also accelerating projects focused on automation combined with enabling technology. At Suncor, though, we know that technology alone won't get us there. So we're focusing on 4 key areas: people, purpose and process, data, and technology. Very similar to what everybody else is looking at today. People focus means that we're ensuring that our employees are supported, inspired, empowered, trained, and enabled to be their best. Purpose and process driven means that we are providing a sense of purpose through our mission, vision, and values and making sure the right processes are in place. Data informed means that we're enabling easy access to accurate data for valuable insight and timely decision making. And technology enabled, we're integrating our data, systems, and technology. Improving the way we manage the performance of our assets is just one way that we're helping to drive Suncor's vision. So as we look at our asset performance management journey to operational excellence that is shown here, we know it's not just something that'll happen overnight. It's a multi-year journey, and we also recognize that we're varying levels of maturity across the organization. We have pockets of excellence across Suncor, and we're standardizing the way we routinely capture, analyze, share, and sustain data and decisions across all sites and organizations of Suncor. We're always looking for opportunities to further improve our maintenance costs and asset utilization. We're doing this by focusing on the same 4 areas as Suncor 4.0: people, process, data, and technology. First are our people. We'll continue to develop the required maintenance and reliability competencies and capabilities which allow for increased productivity and also result in building stronger teams and attracting top talent. We're enhancing our training programs to improve skills, competencies, and expectations at all levels across Suncor, which are driving increased reliability capabilities and performance. In addition to training, we're also utilizing our technical enterprise team to help drive standardization and continuous improvement across the company. Next are processes. From a maintenance and reliability perspective, we have our Suncor M&R standard, which defines what work has to be done and the minimum requirements to manage operational risk and ensure safe, cost-effective, and reliable operations. We also have our M&R processes, which define how the work is executed and is supported by technology. One key area of focus we have is on the development and implementation of equipment strategies across Suncor. Through the development of corporate equipment strategy templates, we're accelerating the completion of the required strategies in a standardized and consistent fashion. And third is our data. Suncor captures a lot of data across many platforms and at varying levels of quality. We're standardizing our data platforms and storage so it can be properly analyzed and visually displayed to ensure the right, proactive, data-driven decisions are being made in a timely fashion. And finally, our technology. From an M&R perspective, this includes our integrated approach to using GE's Meridian as our foundational M&R technology, working hand in hand with SAP and our other tools. We currently have varying levels of use of Meridium across Suncor, and we don't always use it for its full potential. We're re-implementing Meridium's use, and will take full advantage of its powerful capabilities beyond just storing equipment strategies. We're ensuring Meridium is integrated with our other technologies, such as SAP, to take full advantage of its capabilities. And in the end, we'll have consistent and full use of Meridium across all Suncor sites. We're all familiar with some form of this plan, do, check, act cycle shown here. As I mentioned previously, our Suncor APM journey is closely integrated with Meridium as our key reliability enablement tool to drive maximum value. We're doing this through a fully integrated asset performance management system utilized across all Suncor sites. Comprehensive use of our existing Meridium applications and evaluating other applications for future adoption. Fully trained and competent Meridium users who are utilizing this plan, do, check, act cycle shown here as part of their normal day-to-day business, and enhancing our existing processes and leveraging site learnings to help sister sites improve faster than they would have on their own. We have numerous digitization projects which are helping to deliver our overall APM strategy as part of Suncor 4.0. The few that I'm going to touch on today are ERAM, FAME, APM Raw, and Connected Worker. The first program I'm going to touch on is called ERAM, or Enterprise Reliability Asset Management. ERAM is our foundational reliability program that's ensuring that everything we do is in a mindful, strategic, competent, informed, and proactive fashion. ERAM is aligned with Suncor 4.0 and our APM journey from the following perspectives. People, to address their competency and skills. Process, our equipment strategy process. Data and visualization, and finally our technology, Meridium 4.3. The key benefits of ERAM are 1, improved EH&S, 2, reduced maintenance costs, and finally, reduced unscheduled losses, resulting in increased asset uptime and increased profitability. Another project that's part of our APM journey is what we call FAME, or Fixed Asset Inspection Management, which is also aligned with Suncor 4.0. So why FAME? In the past, Suncor did not have a standardized approach to mitigate risk associated with the integrity and the inspection of our assets. We had multiple applications and processes to manage mechanical integrity, which were unique to each Suncor site, and some were even nearing end of life. In order to standardize on a single platform, we conducted a technical evaluation of all of our applications. In the end, only few of the applications were technically equivalent from a mechanical integrity perspective. All the other applications were discounted based on lack of capability. At Suncor, we did make the decision to use Meridium as our integrated enterprise standard solution for mechanical integrity. This was the ideal decision due to the fact that Meridium has also been chosen as our integrated solution for asset performance management. This provides one single inspection platform, and Meridium will now be considered as the single source of truth for inspection management. This will also integrate inspection with our other applications and programs such as SAP, Asset Strategies, APM Raw, and others. And finally, this also drives increased efficiencies through optimized inspection strategies for similar assets across all Suncor sites, which is something we never had before. APM Raw is another project that we're doing on our journey. It's leveraging remote monitoring, advanced analytics, and a collaborative workflow to enable predictive asset maintenance and identification of risks to future asset performance well before they're being detected today via normal condition-based monitoring, PMs, or even worse, unplanned failures. Once the proper critical equipment is identified, analytical models are then developed and deployed. We have a team of APM specialists that monitor these models and work closely with the applicable Suncor sites to triage, investigate, and action any advanced alerts prior to an unplanned event. So what does APM Raw give us? Mainly, more time to plan. APM Raw focuses on windows of 6 weeks out and beyond. It's about doing the right work at the right time. Detecting issues or anomalies when they're small often means that equipment damage is minimal, or better yet, hasn't occurred at all. Resolving minor issues involves significantly less risk and exposure hours than if the issue had escalated to the worst credible scenario, such as equipment failure or a plant shutdown. And finally, from an enterprise perspective, we're able to easily share learnings across all Suncor sites. The next program we have is known as Connected Worker. Two of the items within the program are maintenance check sheets and operator rounds. Maintenance check sheets and operator rounds are typically completed on paper copies that makes utilization of the valuable information less efficient than it could be. This project involves using handheld, intrinsically safe tablets and digitizing the maintenance check sheets and the operator round sheets and making the data available to the right people in a timely fashion. This is allowing for the proper data analytics to help drive timely, informed decision-making across Suncor. Today, I've talked a bit about Suncor and who we are. I've provided an overview of Suncor 4.0, discussed our APM reliability journey, and even touched on a few of the projects that we're implementing. It's all about utilizing our most valuable assets, our employees, to easily access the right information so they can make timely, data-driven decisions, which will help ensure we maintain healthy assets in the most cost-effective, safe, and profitable fashion possible. In summary, what does the asset performance management state look like and mean for Suncor? Our APM journey is actually the beginning of our new way to operate, where reliability is a base expectation and recognized by all leaders as the key to lower maintenance costs, increased availability, utilization, and profitability, and improved EH&S performance. We have an asset-centric view for reliability practitioners. By understanding our risks, we have the right strategies in place to mitigate the risks and evaluate asset performance to drive continuous improvement. Where all Suncor employees across all Suncor sites are using reliability knowledge on a daily basis to make the right decisions to improve asset availability. And finally, where Suncor employees have an integrated and standardized platform to visualize and share reliability knowledge and lessons learned across all Suncor sites. Thank you.